I came in wanting 3 points and 9 for the week. That was kind of my slogan. But seven out of 9 is not bad. It's kind of just we had to deal with Perez being out, with Garza as well. So we didn't have our strongest 11 out there, and what was it, 2-2 I think. And I was like, hey, man, I would take a draw right now because it was just very chaotic.
And then they scored
right after that. So I'm okay. I'm okay with the result.
I'm going to have to – I mean, Joe mentioned some stuff last on, what was it, Wednesday? Wednesday. And it goes back to, we were up 4-0, up 3-0, and you left – we played really big pivotal players in that match that we could have possibly taken off and would have probably had available for this match. To be honest, I was not pleased with the 11 that was out there. I felt like they underperformed. I felt like they didn't track back fast enough and weren't really aware of where they were supposed to be at times. Obviously, like Joe said, 1 point's better than no points. Our theme for the week was 9 points, came away from 7. Yeah. Man, 7 out of 9 points out of any week, man, I'll take. So.
And I think, we have to take the caveat here. It was a makeshift D for sure, like we mentioned. So the communication, the chemistry isn't there with the back line. Also playing midfielders in, shoring up spots across the lineup. And we showed some resilience today. We came back 3 times. I mean, it's I think there's something to be said about that.
Yeah, there definitely is something to be said about that. Martinez, another hat trick. Man, I mean, we say it week in and week out. You just look at him and how he plays the game and how he attacks the ball, and you can feel that he really wants it for the city. He wants it for the fans. He goes out there and he puts his all out. So, it's really appreciated with us that, he can even go out there and come back not once, not twice, but 3 times. Very hard to do. We're really happy about that.
Yeah, I thought the front 4 played great. Even midfield did all right. Walks was just kind of our Achilles heel today. And crosses.
What minute did he I think it was the 80 either the 81st or the 82nd minute. That was probably my happiest moment of the whole game, was to see Walks go down and leave the field, man, because Walks gives me
No, I mean, he walked off injured though.
Gives me headaches, man. I was disappointed with his performance today. And, that goes back to what Joe was saying last week about how, don't hype him up, don't feel it. You have good days, you have bad days. Today was a bad day. I prayed a couple minutes before he actually went off the field, and he got off the field.
Oh, man. But this is the thing,
Man, he just gives us headaches, man.
Frustrated with Walks. And, it's just, I'm very frustrated as well, but it's almost kind of like, why weren't we more prepared in that position at the beginning of the season? We made a ton of great moves, and we're being super critical right now because, that's just the fans we are. We're perfectionists. We want perfect football. We want to see the best possible team because we want to win the championship. Yeah. So, Walks just really stood out today, and he's had, I would say, a decent season. It's just today he was really our Achilles heel.
We still haven't lost with him in the lineup, so let's give him that.
We haven't lost, and the fact that we're still. It's like you're saying, we are being a little harsh. We do expect perfection. All the games in the short couple days, they don't really have that much of a turnaround between games. So in a sense, we're expecting too much, but at the same time, if you go out there, we need you to put out your best, and that did not look like a Tottenham Hotspur player right there on loan. It did not to me. I'm sorry.
We seem to be targeted at the back stick, no matter which side, and so they got their goals from there, from headed goals. Yeah. Do you think Kreis was definitely, he saw something on the tape, and it was just we're just gonna keep hitting that right there, and they did well with it.
See that? Playoff-wise, that's a huge concern. And at the beginning of this season, we had a lot of problems with set pieces. and it kind of like went away per se. I mean, it's not like we kind of fixed the problem, but it was almost like it kind of just wasn't an issue right now. And it's kind of been our long-term thing playoff-wise, because when we play Toronto or, I mean, any of those top teams, I mean, New York, Chicago, they're going to whip balls in, and that's just how they're going to play against us. And that's something these next few weeks we have to figure it out. We have to if we want to make a deep run.
I agree with everything he said. I feel like we put out a short lineup. I feel like we put a short lineup out there compared to theirs, and were all their goals off headers? I believe so. All their goals were off headers. Yeah, goes back into positioning and whatnot. They're exposing us in the sense of, you know, we're most vulnerable when the ball is being sent overhead into the box. We don't really have any. We really miss Perez's presence today. We really miss Perez's presence. But that just comes back to chemistry. And
should Boswell have started? I mean, he's a 6'3" guy.
We were asking about it because, I mean, we made this move, and I've yet to even see him warm up. I mean, maybe I'm not paying attention.
Squad for a couple of the games.
So, I mean, this guy, I mean, we obviously went to get him for a reason, and it was supposedly because we have so many games coming up.
But yet we haven't seen him make an appearance. I'm not quite sure the status of Kenwin. Was Kenwin
I don't think he was in the squad, yeah.
All right, man.
Vasquez was in the squad.
Well, then now I'm really confused. We're lacking height in the box. We need somebody, we need a standout person right now to just, in these moments, in these kind of games, I need to see somebody stick out, and I'm not taking away from Martinez at all. He scored 3 goals, very impressed. But I need to see somebody other than Guzan yelling at players, telling them to track back, telling them which ways to go and whatnot. And I didn't see that today. I feel like we're lacking a voice. I expect more out of Parkhurst to be the
vocal leader in that sense.
Vocal leader. I'm still trying to figure out in what sense is he a leader. I just need to see something from him. I need to see more. I really do.